Did you know you can safely store your passwords at home using a MikroTik? Also, do you use any of the web password storage services out there like Lastpass, Roboform, Nordpass, or Keeper? Well, I'm here today to tell you you shouldn't, and here's why. Guys, welcome back to another episode with me, Budget Gaming HD. In today's episode, I'll tell you why not to use third-party web storages for your passwords, but I'll also teach you on how to do it safely at home. Now, before I start this tutorial, please note that I'm not bad-mouthing any of these companies as they have been long in this business. They are the top guys, right? The only thing is because I'm a security guy and I do not trust anyone except myself to do it right the first time. Logically speaking, if you can access your passwords from a web browser, so at the end of the day, I don't want anyone to gain access to my passwords, that be by hacking or data leak or whatever it might be. The way I do it is secure in my own environment. Now, you might be asking yourself by now, well, dude, guy friend, this is all good news, but how am I going to do it at home? Well, the answer is simple. Your router. No. I'm not talking about your Wi-Fi router that has access to your gateway that will allow everyone in onto your system. No, not that router. I'm talking about the router that you've chucked away 13 years ago, 6 months, 8 months, whatever it might be, in your cupboard and has been gaining dust and has been praying for a second chance at life. I'm talking about that router. So any router that supports GUI or command line interface, anything with some form of storage or some form of GUI hard-coded that you can retrieve from the router. So this tutorial will cover how to use your MikroTik and to store passwords safely and securely on this without having access to the internet and how you can retrieve it. So let's jump right in. Connecting to your MikroTik via Winbox is a step one. Guys, if you've not done this before, I suggest checking out one of my previous videos on how to configure a MikroTik. However, if you've done that or you're confident, let's move on. As a first rule, system users, definitely. We want to add our own user. So I'll just call myself Budget Gaming HD. Please be very complex with this password, as this is the password that will protect all your passwords. For the simplicity of this video, I'm just going to keep my password simplistic. Apply and OK, and then remove admin. The next step, quick set. And we want to change CPE to home AP. We don't want this to receive any Wi-Fi network. We don't actually want it to give out any Wi-Fi network. You can have it on a Wi-Fi network like a little DMZ box. For the simplicity of this video, I've connected it straight into my network. So the internet acquisition, we're just going to give it an IP address, 192.168.0.220. I know 220 hasn't been used. Subnet mask, I'm going to leave 255.0.0.0. Doesn't really matter. And then my gateway is going to be 192.168.1.1. The reason I'm doing this is because I don't want it to speak outside to the internet. This must have no internet, right? Then my local address will be 192.168.88.1. Guys, you can be as creative with these IPs as you wish. We're accessing the MikroTik via its MAC address, so this really has very little impact. But from a network perspective, the more creative you are with them and the harder it is to guess, the more secure you are. You can click on Firewall Router and click Apply. So you want to head over to Quick Set, and this generally says MikroTik, right? Something like that. You can be creative and call it whatever you want. Please do not call it anything that has to do with passwords. That's the last you want to call it. So I'll just make mine like DMZ box. Just be creative. You can leave it as MikroTik if you wish to do so. We want to go over to wireless and then disable this interface because we don't want it to broadcast anything. Now comes the fun part. There's a few ways where we can do this. One is we can go to terminal. Yeah, we changed our password. So let's just log in quickly. System reboot. Reboot, yes. Cool. Now that we're back in with our new password, we don't have to type it in again. So just say new terminal. Now we can say export file equals DMZ box.txt. Right? Cool. Once it's done, paste it onto our desktop. So now you can be creative with this, right? You put in hashtag. Where is my hashtag? I don't even know. I don't even think I've got a hashtag. I've got one of those micro keyboards. Never mind. I'm just being stupid. Let's just copy and paste that hashtag. So you can call it camera and then you can say password 1. You can call it gaming box and then whatever your password is, right? That's one way to do it. So when you save it, you put it back. All right, cool. Now your passwords are safely stored there. So when you copy and paste it again, you will find your password right there. Or the other secure way to do it is a Excel sheet. You can call this. So you can rename this to anything you want, but let's say this is not a password sheet. Lol. You can store your passwords here. Save it, and we can encrypt this as well. Protect sheet, protect it. Oh, come on. Okay, so I need to make it identical. Cool. Sheet has been protected, right? Now you can upload it. There you go. And when you copy and paste it, there is your passwords. So there is just a few ways that you can do this. Even after you've done this, you can import your DMZ box passwords after you've created this list. And then when you go to new terminal and you say export, for instance, you will find your passwords in the CLI. So there's a lot of ways you can do this. There's not just one way to achieve this. There's a few ways you can do this. So you can be very clever with it. I'm just giving you guys the basic route of how to protect your own system within your own network with your own passwords and your own little Wi-Fi box. Pretty straightforward. So what are you guys waiting for? Go do it yourself. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please remember to hit that notification bell to stay up to date with my content. Leave a like, leave a comment. I will gladly get back to you. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.